Ladies and gentlemen, today we journey through time with the British one penny, a humble coin that tells the story of modern Britain itself. From 1993 to the dawn of the new millennium in 2000, each penny reflects a chapter of change in design, metal, and the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Join me as we uncover how these small copper pieces evolved across the decade, revealing subtle details that turned ordinary coins into treasures of history. Before we begin our journey through the remarkable evolution of the British one penny, let's start right where the story truly begins, with the fascinating and highly sought-after 1993 British one penny, a coin that transformed from ordinary change into a collector's treasure. In 1993, Britain was entering a new chapter. The Royal Mint was reshaping its coinage to match the modern economy, and the humble one penny, though worth just a fraction, remained a powerful symbol of everyday life. Millions used it daily, but only a few knew that some 1993 issues would later become rare and desirable. The coin bears the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on its obverse, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. Her calm, dignified expression symbolizes stability through changing times. But for collectors, the magic lies in the small details, the minting variations, the finish, and the condition that can turn an ordinary penny into a small fortune. On the reverse, the crowned portcullis, a design connected to the British Parliament, stands proudly. It's a symbol of authority and governance, reminding citizens that even the smallest denomination belongs to a greater national story. Every curve and line on the coin reflects fine British craftsmanship. The 1993 issue is particularly interesting because it was struck in limited numbers for collector sets. Unlike the regular circulation coins of other years, many 1993 pennies were not released to the public, making them a target for serious numismatists who understand rarity when they see it. Over time, as more people began collecting modern UK coinage, the 1993 penny gained a new identity, no longer just pocket change, but a potential gem hiding in plain sight. Every collector dreams of discovering one in near-perfect condition, preserved with its original bronze shine. Its value today has risen far beyond face value. In the world of collectors, condition is everything, and a 1993 one penny in mint, uncirculated state can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars at specialized auctions. That's right. A coin once worth just one penny can now fetch more than $2,000 if preserved in flawless grade. This transformation from everyday currency to valuable collectible isn't just about money. It's about history captured in metal. Each coin is a time capsule of 1990s Britain, a tangible reminder of a nation evolving with technology, politics, and global influence. What truly drives its value is scarcity combined with story. Unlike newer pennies minted by the millions, the 1993 issue represents a rare intersection, a transitional design, limited mintage, and connection to a changing royal era. It's the perfect blend of history and rarity that collectors crave. When you hold a 1993 British one penny, you're not just holding bronze, you're holding a moment in British identity. You're holding art, tradition, and the silent power of something that once passed unnoticed through hands and tills, now worth far beyond imagination. Many collectors call it the modern hidden treasure, a phrase that perfectly fits this coin's journey. Its market value continues to rise as more people discover the story behind it, and demand grows across the United States, Europe, and Asia. What makes it even more exciting is the global attention it's now receiving online. Coin enthusiasts on YouTube, Reddit, and collector forums have highlighted the 1993 penny as one of Britain's most undervalued coins, finally getting the spotlight it deserves. Auction houses have seen astonishing bids for uncirculated examples. In pristine presentation sets, the 1993 penny has reached offers exceeding $1,500 to $2,000, depending on condition and provenance. For a coin minted just over 3 decades ago, that's a remarkable leap in value. Collectors know rarity combined with story equals value. The 1993 penny checks both boxes. It's the coin that reminds us how something small can turn into a symbol of immense worth if time, preservation, and passion align. And let's not forget, this coin marks a piece of Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, linking it to one of the most remarkable eras in British history. That royal connection alone gives it emotional and historical weight far beyond its original purpose. So before you dismiss the coins in your drawer or piggy bank, take a second look. You might be sitting on a piece of British numismatic gold, a 1993 one penny that could surprise you with its hidden power. Every coin has a story, but this one tells a story of quiet greatness, of how something ordinary can become extraordinary. It's proof that history, patience, and curiosity can turn a simple penny into a collector's dream. The 1993 British one penny stands today not as a piece of loose change, but as a miniature treasure, shining proof that even the smallest part of Britain's currency can hold immense value in the hands of those who truly understand it. So keep your eyes open, collectors. That little 1993 penny might just be your ticket to a story, and a value worth far more than you ever imagined. After exploring the legacy of the rare 1993 issue, our journey continues with the next chapter. The 1995 British one penny, a coin that carried forward the spirit of tradition while quietly marking its own place in the world of modern collectibles. The 1995 British one penny stands as a proud emblem of the mid-1990s, a period of renewal, optimism, and quiet evolution in the United Kingdom's coinage. While its purpose was humble, its story is anything but ordinary. Struck once again under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin carries her refined portrait by Raphael Makhlouf, a design that captures her grace, wisdom, and strength through a time of global change. Yet each 1995 penny carries its own character, marked by subtle differences in tone and strike that make collectors eager to find the finest examples. On its reverse, the crowned portcullis remains the timeless emblem of British Parliament. But in 1995, the Royal Mint perfected its clarity and sharpness, giving the design a crisper, deeper impression. The craftsmanship of this year's issue reflects Britain's growing precision in minting technology. Though millions were made for circulation, pristine, untouched examples of the 1995 penny are far rarer than one might think. Coins that escaped scratches and daily handling became silent survivors, and it's those flawless survivors that now draw the attention of serious collectors worldwide. Over time, as modern coin collecting expanded, the 1995 penny earned recognition as a beautiful balance between history and accessibility. It's a coin that still circulates, yet finding one in perfect condition feels like striking hidden bronze gold. The story of its value lies not in rarity alone, but in presentation. A brilliant, uncirculated 1995 one penny can command impressive prices, sometimes $1,000 or more when preserved in mint condition or graded by top certification authorities. This value isn't imaginary, it's backed by collector demand, fueled by nostalgia for the coins of the Elizabethan era and the warm bronze tones that defined a generation of British currency. The 1995 penny holds a charm that no modern steel version can match. Its rich copper color and subtle aging give it an aura of authenticity, a visual reminder of a time before metal compositions changed and designs were reimagined. Each coin represents a piece of 1990s Britain, a time of pop culture breakthroughs, royal milestones, and technological growth. Owning a 1995 penny is like holding a small, circular fragment of that decade's energy. For collectors, it's not just a coin, It's a symbol of endurance. Its continued relevance in auctions and online marketplaces proves that even the smallest denomination can rise in prestige when history, quality, and passion meet. As prices for uncirculated and proof versions climb higher each year, the 1995 penny continues to shine in the spotlight. Some pristine examples, still sealed in original Royal Mint sets, have fetched offers close to $1,500, proving that collectors recognize its growing importance. It's remarkable to think that a coin once exchanged for a piece of candy or a newspaper now carries such prestige, a testament to how time transforms the ordinary into something truly exceptional. This coin also connects to one of the final chapters of bronze coinage, before composition changes swept across later years. It represents an era where traditional minting met modern identity, making it both historically and emotionally valuable. Every fine detail, from the portcullis crown to the polished rim, tells a story of precision and pride. It's more than metal, it's a celebration of craftsmanship and continuity. The 1995 British one penny reminds us that true worth is not determined by denomination, but by meaning. For those who see beyond its small size, it becomes a bridge between everyday life and numismatic greatness. And as collectors continue to search for that perfect, gleaming 1995 specimen, one truth becomes clear. This penny, born from an age of transition, has earned its place among Britain's most captivating coins. So, as we move forward through time, the 1995 issue stands tall not as spare change, but as a shining symbol of how history, artistry, and value can live together in the palm of your hand. From the enduring charm of the 1995 issue, we now move deeper into the decade, to the 1997 British one penny, a coin that captured the calm before a monumental change in design and material, forever sealing its place in Britain's numismatic timeline. The 1997 British one penny stands as a bridge between eras, a coin that holds the warmth of traditional bronze and the final echoes of old-world minting before the arrival of a new age in British coinage. It was a year when the penny still looked, felt, and gleamed like the coins of the past, yet change was just around the corner. Under the enduring reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the obverse continued to feature her dignified portrait by Raphael Makhlouf, a design that had by now become iconic across Britain's circulating coins. But with each year, the subtle adjustments in minting quality gave the 1997 issue a distinctive brilliance that collectors today recognize instantly. The reverse carried the familiar crowned portcullis, that historic gateway of British Parliament. Yet in 1997, the design achieved a remarkable clarity. The crisp lines and deep relief of the crown and chains made this edition one of the most visually striking pennies of the decade. This was also one of the last pennies to be struck entirely in bronze before the transition to copper-plated steel the following year. That alone makes the 1997 issue a turning point, the final salute to a composition that had served Britain faithfully since decimalization. Collectors know that moments of change create lasting value. The 1997 penny, being part of that final bronze generation, carries emotional and historical weight far beyond its face value. It's a farewell to a material that defined an era of British money. While millions were struck for circulation, finding one in flawless, uncirculated condition is far more difficult than it seems. Time, wear, and oxidation have erased much of the luster from most examples, making the perfect specimens prized treasures in collector circles. In pristine condition, graded and preserved by professionals, a 1997 British one penny can command strong interest at auctions, reaching prices of $1,200 or even higher, especially for proof or brilliant uncirculated versions. These aren't fantasy numbers. They reflect genuine market enthusiasm for high-grade examples from the final bronze minting years. This coin embodies more than money. It's a memory cast in metal. It represents the 1990s Britain of tradition, innovation, and pride, a time when the Royal Mint still crafted its smallest denomination with the care of a masterpiece. Every gleaming 1997 penny tells a story of precision, of perfectly balanced design, of fine lettering, and of the Royal Mint's commitment to aesthetic perfection even in its most modest coin. For many collectors, this was the penny that defined childhood, pocket money, and the everyday exchanges that made up British life. And now, decades later, it stands transformed from casual currency to collectible bronze legacy. The 1997 penny's beauty lies not only in rarity but in timing. It arrived just before change, before the era of steel, before a new monarch portrait, before a new millennium. It is the final breath of Britain's classical Bronze Age. Its value continues to climb, driven by nostalgia and historical awareness. As collectors realize its place at the end of an era, demand for uncirculated and proof issues grows year by year. The coin's rich copper-brown tone, often deepened by time, glows with authenticity. In hand, it feels substantial, a contrast to modern lighter alloys, and that tactile difference only enhances its appeal among serious numismatists. Even today, the 1997 penny shines as a tribute to craftsmanship. It reflects a Britain proud of its traditions, confident in its art, and ready for the next chapter. Its enduring elegance ensures that it will never fade from the collector's eye. Holding a 1997 British one penny is like holding the last chapter of bronze coinage history, a coin that whispers of change while preserving the dignity of what came before. It's more than just metal. It's memory, meaning, and value, all captured in a single, enduring penny. And that is why collectors across the world continue to chase this coin, cherishing it as one of Britain's most symbolic modern treasures. The 1997 British one penny reminds us that sometimes true beauty lies in the final moments before transformation. And that's what makes this coin one of the shining stars of the modern British collection. After the timeless elegance of the 1997 bronze issue, we now cross into a new millennium, to the 2000 British one penny, a coin that carried Britain's legacy into the modern age, blending tradition, technology, and renewed national pride in a single copper-plated masterpiece. The dawn of the year 2000 was more than just a change in calendar. It was a symbol of hope, innovation, and new beginnings for the United Kingdom. The 2000 British one penny perfectly captured that spirit, standing as the first penny of the millennium and the first to truly belong to a new era of British currency. By this time, the penny had already undergone a transformation. Gone were the heavy bronze coins of the past. The 2000 issue was struck in copper-plated steel, lighter, brighter, and ready to face the demands of a fast-moving modern world. Yet, even with the change in metal, its heart, its identity, remained purely British. The obverse still carried the noble portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, radiating confidence and continuity as she guided the nation into the 21st century. The detail in her crown, the smooth curves of her profile, and the crisp inscriptions around her edge spoke of the Royal Mint's precision and progress. On the reverse, the iconic crowned portcullis, the emblem of Parliament, continued to reign. Its deep-cut design glimmered against the new steel surface, reflecting light differently from the old bronze issues. Under that metallic sheen, a fresh energy seemed to pulse, mirroring Britain's entry into a digital age. Collectors regard the 2001 penny as a symbolic milestone, the coin that marked the shift between centuries, between eras, and between minting traditions. It's not just currency, it's a historical timestamp in metal form. Because of its millennium association, special proof and brilliant uncirculated versions of the 2000 penny became highly desirable. These limited edition coins, untouched by circulation, showcase immaculate surfaces and mirror-like finishes that collectors fiercely compete to obtain. Over the years, the value of pristine 2001 pennies has steadily climbed. Proof versions sealed in royal mint presentation sets have sold for $1,500 or more, depending on certification and condition. For a coin so small, that's a mighty price, a testament to its symbolic importance and exceptional preservation. This coin stands as proof that even the most common denominations can become treasures when tied to moments of transition. The turn of the millennium gave the 2000 penny an aura of historical magic that few modern coins can match. Every detail on its surface tells a story of Britain stepping confidently into the new century while holding firmly to its heritage. The polished edges, the golden red glow, and the timeless royal portrait together capture the spirit of renewal that defined the year 2000. For collectors, the coin represents far more than metal and mintage. It embodies optimism, the belief that history continues to live through the smallest artifacts of daily life. Holding one is like holding the optimism of the entire nation at the dawn of a new era. The 2000 British one penny became a favorite among both new collectors and seasoned numismatists. Its perfect balance of familiarity and change made it the ideal coin to symbolize continuity through transformation. Even today, over 2 decades later, it continues to attract strong interest at auctions and online markets, where collectors search for flawless, uncirculated examples to complete their millennium sets. The composition change from bronze to steel gives it a unique place in British coin history, the very coin that closed one chapter and opened another. It represents adaptation, endurance, and the Royal Mint's unwavering craftsmanship through the centuries. This coin's lasting appeal lies not only in its connection to the millennium, but in its message that progress does not erase heritage. The 2000 penny carries the same dignity as its predecessors, yet with a modern brilliance all its own. Its mirror shine reflects both the past and the promise of the future. It's a coin that bridges generations, reminding us that even as times evolve, the symbols of Britain's identity remain constant and strong. Collectors often call the 2000 penny the Millennium Copper, a fitting name for a coin that turned an ordinary design into a landmark of history. As the years pass, its legend only grows, and with top-condition examples fetching thousands of dollars, the 2000 British one penny continues to prove that true value is not measured by denomination. It's measured by legacy, meaning, and the story behind the shine. So as we close this journey through Britain's modern pennies, the 2000 edition stands proud, the coin that carried the nation across centuries, shining as both a relic of tradition and a symbol of unstoppable progress.